Go ahead and connect with us right now, and I'll say right away that the main goal for this live stream is to get at least 4 positive results. If we get 3, 4, or 5 pluses, we stop. Or if we earn $300, we stop. Once we've done it, we will wrap things up and leave. Now I'll send you a link to the Telegram channel. Let me know how well you can hear me, and we'll start with a full explanation and a complete breakdown. We'll be using our bot, which is in Telegram and provides us with real-time signals and forecasts. All right, everyone, we are starting now. I'm leaving the link here for all of you to join, so let's get moving. Go ahead and load everything up. I am waiting for every person to join us on the live stream. While you are all connecting and getting settled, I want to say thank you very much for your feedback on the recent forecasts. It is truly great when we work together. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. For now, you still have time to choose your currency pair. You can make the candles look like this on your display, or you can do it right here. You can draw the line in whatever way feels most convenient for you, whether it is like this or like that. I try to do it this way because some people find it easier one way, while others prefer another, and I want everyone to feel comfortable watching the stream. All right, let's go. Now I'm going to open up the chat on YouTube. Okay, here we go. Please let me know how the sound is. Thank you so much for all the likes. Detroit has joined. Hello, Alexi. Hello to you too. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me clearly? You can hear me well, right? Everything is clear. The sound is good. Excellent. The currency pair, Swiss franc and Japanese yen, is showing a strong downward movement, which is a bit concerning. I try to choose currency pairs that don't have such strong movements. Now, British pound to Australian dollar. Let's switch to the bot. Click on start so it gives us a signal for this currency pair, the British pound to Australian dollar, or GBP/AUD in Russian. The time frame is M1. Hello to everyone, guys. Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you joining us today. It is truly a pleasure to have such a wonderful audience gathered here for this session. We are absolutely delighted that you could take the time out of your busy schedules to be with us, and we hope that you find the upcoming content both engaging and incredibly valuable. Before we dive into the main topics of our discussion, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for your presence and your continued support, which means a great deal to all of us here. So, without further ado, let us get started and make the most of our time together today. For those who have just recently joined us, I'm V. We generate a consistent profit by predicting the movement of the chart. To do this more accurately and correctly, we use our specialized bot on Telegram. I've been testing it for a long time now. Please check out the results both in live streams and in videos on our Telegram channel. Here, I opened a trade for an increase until the end of the deal, a 3-minute trade. But then the trade is based on the expectation that the chart will rise above the point where we opened this trade in 3 minutes. It will be above the point where we opened the trade. So if everything goes well, we'll earn $89 here. Let's go. Hello, Tor. Hello, Ivan. Hello, everyone. I wish you a good and profitable day. Today is Tuesday. You know, I've noticed a trend. Tuesday used to be a difficult day because we had very strong news coming out on the broker. Now in the queue, the next news is in 6 minutes, and then the following ones are in an hour at 5 and 6. But I've noticed that the news that used to come out on Tuesday has now shifted to Thursday. But we shouldn't relax. Today could also turn out to be a tough one. Yesterday, during the live session, we traded and took 4 clean wins, 0 losses. Today, anything can happen. It could be a difficult trading session, or it could be an easy one. If it's easy, that's great. That works in our favor. We earn and leave. Super. If it's a tough trading session, I'll show you my trading system that helps me stay afloat over the long run, take profits, earn, and avoid going into the red. So in any scenario, it's good, and that's all right. Let's keep going. Nikolai, hello. Candlesticks, please. Yes, of course. Alexi, hello. Test, like, car wash. Great. Let's bring back the candlesticks. Look, to set candlesticks on candle, it's not a problem on the M1 time frame. Let's do candlesticks. Look, we predicted upward movement, and I have 1 minute left. In a minute, of course, there could be growth. If it doesn't happen, I'll switch the currency pair. If it does, we'll make a profit on it. That would be absolutely great. So regardless of the specific outcome we get, we'll gain valuable experience and profit, just maybe on a different currency pair. Let's keep going. You know what else I noticed? Last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday were really good for us. We took 3 or 4 clean and profitable winning trades each of those days and finished up strong. But Thursday was quite a bit tougher for the strategy. So keep in mind, out of 5 trading days, here is our usual currency pair that we focus on. The panel is available, and on Friday, out of 5 days, there will be one tough day. That's normal, and you need to be prepared for it. If you're not ready for that, it's better not to trade at all. I recommend trading and testing everything new on a demo account. 7 seconds left. Most likely, I won't make it here. Now, we'll show in the trading system how I handle losses, how I take a loss, and what we do. The trade time stays the same, and for the trade amount, instead of $100, I use 2.5 and multiply it. So I used $250 and I changed the currency pair, leaving this one. We did everything correctly, everything was done right. It's just that before the upward movement that's happening now, there's a correction. This happens. Volatility definitely plays its part as well. Now, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. I choose the next currency pair, click start. The currency pair is Swiss franc, Japanese yen, time frame M1. Now I wait. A new signal has appeared on the bot. Why aren't we analyzing the previous currency pair? Because the news that came out, unfortunately, negatively affects that currency pair. We can make a forecast, but unfortunately, it will go up only after 4 or 5 minutes. So it's better to change the currency pair if it's not giving us the result we need. Swiss franc, ARK, Japanese yen, 3 minutes up, guys. Swiss franc, ARK, Japanese yen, 3 minutes up. If this trade goes through, we'll make a clean profit of $225. And from these $225, we need to subtract the $100 that didn't go through, which means that our net profit is $150. But as they say, don't count your chickens before they hatch. We need to monitor this trade. Now let's go back to the bot and take a look at this signal. I didn't even have time to analyze the previous currency pair. What should we pay attention to here? We asked for a currency pair, and the bot shows two indicators. The first, future movement of the chart, is trending up. In general, we always have two levels to start with. The chart always moves from a specific level. It is currently centered between the upper and lower levels. To see where it moves, I look at two key indicators. The first is the percentage ratio. At 57%, the majority suggests it will move up. The second indicator, showing the future movement of the chart, also confirms this upward trend. With both pointing to an increase, we expect movement toward the upper level. We will continue to monitor the data and the booth closely. If you are new to this course, stay focused and try not to get confused as we track these developments. I need help. You have great signals, but there's little activity in the chat. I work with a trader, so I understand activity. I'm interested in YouTube Shorts for reasonable pay. Thank you very much for the offer, Ivan, and I missed your comment. US dollar, Japanese yen. Let's analyze this currency pair because if your currency pair becomes relevant later, we'll analyze yours. Thank you very much for the offer. For 200 to 500 a month, I'm ready to work 8 hours a day if you are interested. Well, honestly, thank you very much for the offer, but I'm a bit of a different format. We have a small team, and I'm happy with it. I have enough time to respond to everyone's personal messages about consultations, but I don't have enough time to give advice to someone, record a video, and so on. So I'm not chasing a large audience. The people who are here and watch my streams are basically enough. As for them not being very active in the chat, well, that's debatable too. Everyone just watches, listens to the explanations, and maybe doesn't look at the chat, or maybe you're not active. I see everyone saying hello, writing thank you. They write about their results, and I'm very grateful to the guys. Vasily, hello, can we check the time? Yes, of course, let's check. So I'll keep you in mind, but it feels like right now I don't really need it. But I'm just curious. Please tell me, here's the time. Take a look, please. I got curious. How do you plan to make the chat more active? Will you just write by yourself, or how is it going to work? Oh, hello, that's right, Ivan. Thank you very much. I'm just curious. What exactly do you mean when you talk about activity? So will only you be writing, or will you create a lot of different accounts and write from all of them? I just wouldn't want that. I'm all for genuine, real life human communication. I'd really like to chat with the guys because I'm interested in trading together. So, guys, I'm taking my profit right here. Look, but I'm still waiting for your results. I actually managed to earn a total of $225. A 3 minute delay? Really, Alexei? That really doesn't seem right at all. All attention should be on the conversation. Petrovich, thank you for joining us. Guys, were you able to make a profit or not? Please write in the chat. Ivan plus Kubik, let me know, please. Imagine yesterday you wrote that your name is Nikolai, right? I just have so many names in my head. If it's not Shvachev, Nikolai, I keep thinking I need to remember for the next stream to address you by name. Am I saying it right? Alexei, Sergey plus Igor plus In the end, there was a really good candle breakout, right? 2 or 3, I agree. Valery, plus. Alexei, I didn't check either. Plus, plus. Sergey, good luck today. The delay is quite big. Alexei, don't rely on luck, please. Levy, plus. Alexei, you were really lucky with the gap. But look, we predicted the upward movement, and the price did go up. Then there was a correction, and then another upward move. It's good that our bot takes all this into account. So, what do we have here? Let me make a note for the program. The trade didn't go through, guys. Please enter directly. So far, we've managed to earn $125 during the stream, right? The profit is $225 in total. Thank you very much for being so active in the chat. I'm really glad to see everyone in the plus. So keep joining in. I won't be making any more notes for now. I'll just do it for Nikolai. Great job, Nikolai. From now on, I'll only summarize the results. So now we'll focus on trading and I won't get distracted by this anymore. Thank you for the results. I understand why it's 3 minutes for you. And why, tell me, why is it 3 minutes? Is it because your stream isn't at the beginning, right? It's been rewound. If you rewind it back to the start, it will be, no, it shouldn't be. You saw the time. Why is it 3 minutes? Please explain. Maybe you looked at it differently. So we've made a profit. Excellent. The first plus is in, a good one. We're moving on. So how do we minimize losses here? We didn't enter with $100 on one currency pair. That's it. We leave this currency pair, forget about it, and move on. We took the profit on the double 2.5 times trade amount. We changed the trade amount back to 100 because we made a profit. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I recommend not trading such currency pairs. If you see a strong movement down or up, it's not worth it. Hello everyone, welcome to all the newcomers. I am AB. We make money by predicting the movement of the chart. Now I will look for a currency pair and watch how the bot gives us a signal. We copy this signal and monetize it. Right now, some news has just come out. I showed it. Right now, for each currency pair, you see these sharp impulses up and down, or strong movements up and down like this. You need to be careful. Here's a strong downward movement, a crash. You need to be very careful. This currency pair is more or less normal. British pound, Swiss franc. What's the action algorithm? Go to our bot, British pound, Swiss franc, M1 time frame. Here's the currency pair. Open it on your end. Go to the bot and check if the bot can give us a signal here or not. If there's a signal, we enter, guys. After a win, I'll give you likes. Thank you very much. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Just a minute. Let's take a look. You see here, the future movement of the chart is up, but the other indicator is down. We don't analyze such currency pairs. This is because of the news. USD CAD. Let's look at the currency pair from you. USD CAD. USD CAD, 78%. Please open it. There was a strong upward movement here. It's risky, but since you were the one who wrote it, let's analyze it together. The currency pair we are looking at is USD CAD on the time frame M1. Guys, please make sure you have the currency pair USD CAD open on your end right now on the 1 minute time frame. Why this expiration? I understand your question. Look closely at USD CAD. What exactly do we have happening here? You see, the future movement of the chart is clearly showing an upward trend, but the other indicator is pointing downward. I'll try to explain this. Avoid analyzing such currency pairs. The most important thing is that both indicators should point in the same direction, upwards. Guys, hello to all the newcomers who have just joined us. Here we make money by accurately predicting where the chart will go next. And to do this correctly, we simply request a signal from our bot. For example, I'll click on Start. Remember the currency pair, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, and the M1 time frame. Open the currency pair, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, on your end right now, and I'll wait for you. I'm waiting to see what the bot will give me here. Yes, news can really move the market. When the news has a strong impact, either don't trade at all, or if you have experience, you can carefully look for currency pairs and trade cautiously. Now I'm entering a trade down here, guys. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, 3 minutes down. The currency pair is Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, 3 minutes down. CAD JPY, 3 minutes for a decrease. I hope you managed to enter the trade in time. Also right here in this spot, what do we have here? First of all, there's such a thing as imbalance. Let me explain. It's something you can use as well. There's a strong movement. This strong movement has a beginning, an end, and a middle. In 90% of cases, we see growth, a correction to the middle, and then a pullback. The same thing is happening here now. Strong downward movement, beginning, end, middle. Movement down, correction to the middle. A slight prolonged correction, and I expect a move downward. But before I open the trade, I specifically requested this currency pair from the bot. And what do we see from the bot here? The future movement of the chart is downward, but here it's exactly 50-50 on both sides. Looking back at the last time in 3 trades when it was 50-50, I assumed that this was a signal just like the future movement of the chart. That is, when it's exactly precisely 50-50 here, I only looked at the future movement of the chart. As you can clearly see, the future movement of the chart is down. So 3 times we entered in this kind of situation when it was 50-50, and all 3 times were profitable. Now I think this time won't be an exception, but as they say, don't count your chickens before they hatch. We'll keep monitoring. I still have a minute and 30 seconds left. So for those who left a like, thank you very much for your support. Let's keep monitoring. There's an imbalance here, a pullback downward. And the bot is showing downward. But of course, the news could ruin everything. If that happens, we'll hedge, we'll adjust accordingly. Recovering from this is also a valuable experience, and according to our system, we could actually make even more from it, but we'll have to take some extra strategic steps. And for you, this is also a great learning experience because you might find yourself in the same situation again, and now you'll know exactly how to handle moments like these. 1 minute left, let's keep monitoring the charts. I'm expecting a significant downward move. 50 seconds to go. This is a very competent and thorough analysis of the current situation. Well, yes, as we said, the correction can be quite substantial and significant. Yes, you need to be extremely cautious and careful, but as you can see, there are sessions where we easily take 4 wins in a row. That's a very simple and straightforward session. Sometimes, though, trading sessions are much more challenging. You absolutely need to be aware of this because the news impacts absolutely everything in the market. Here, you can see both an imbalance and a bot signal. Everything points to a downward move, but now we're seeing a correction. This can happen, and it's perfectly normal. If every single day were as easy as yesterday, when we had 4 clean wins in a row and 0 losses, then absolutely everyone would be a millionaire. But thanks to this reality, not everyone is, especially thanks to the news. What do I do here? Instead of just $100, I use insurance of 2.5 and switch to another currency pair. Here, I lock in a loss. So I ended up with a loss. The news came out, seemingly, it was just a minor one about the Australian dollar. Canadian dollar, it has a low priority, meaning it shouldn't move the market that much, but it does. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, M1 time frame. It's very important to change the currency pair because if one currency pair is experiencing volatility and you keep analyzing and trading it, it will continue to show that volatility. Unfortunately, you can get caught by this. But when we switch to a new currency pair, here, for example, there's a signal to go up and here a signal to go down. We don't use such a currency pair. So if we see that a currency pair is volatile, it's better not to keep trading on it. If it lets you down once, it can easily let you down a second time as well. Let's take a look at the Euro Japanese yen. Right now, we're searching for a currency pair where we can recover the losses from the first trade and come out ahead. Dear friends, hello to everyone who has just joined the stream. I'm AB, and I host live streams from Monday to Friday because the exchange is open during this time. And I explain in simple terms how we make money here. We do this by forecasting the movement of the chart, specifically the EUR-JPY currency pair. Open it on your platform. In Russian, it's called Euro-GPV. I want to enter here, and I'm entering, guys, with a down trade on EUR-JPY. 3 minutes, $250 on a decline. The currency pair is EUR-JPY. 3 minutes down. So we have a bot that gives signals, and we follow these signals. That's how we make money. There are some subtleties, some details, and nuances, just like everywhere else, but basically, in the live streams and in our Telegram channel videos, I try to do detailed breakdowns exactly like this one. Nika, hello, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been doing lately? Sergey, I also took a loss, so now we'll do a recovery trade and try to win it back right now. I have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. I'm waiting for a very clear downward movement. We really need the price to go down. As for the bot, what did we do here? We requested the currency pair and carefully analyzed the predicted future movement of the chart, a signal for a downward trend. 61% because the chart is expected to go to the lower level, and 39% that it will go to the upper level. So in percentage terms, the indicators point to a downward movement, and the future movement of the chart is also downward. 2 signals for a decline. But pay attention to this icon. The bot warns that the market is currently quite volatile, so you need to be very careful. What does this mean? For example, we predicted a downward movement, but the price might only move after a correction, maybe in 3 or 4 minutes. It goes up, then it goes down, just as we predicted. This can also happen. That's why I use, as you can see, my own trading system. I have a large deposit at the end of the week. I either put all my money on the platform, and for the money you put in the safe, they pay you interest. It just sits there and earns interest. Or I withdraw it. I leave an amount like $4,000 or $5,000 and trade with $100 per trade, like that. But it took me a long time to get to this point. I actually started trading with just 100 rubles. So I have 1 minute and 13 seconds left. Let's monitor and wait for the downward movement. According to the bot, we have a downward trend. Let's watch and follow along. If you have any questions, please write them. I'm happy to help. Hello to all the newcomers. Hi everyone. If you just joined, I'm showing you how we trade together, how we make money using our bot, which gives signals every 3 seconds. There's just a few seconds left, so we'll keep monitoring. If the stream turns out to be challenging, that's fine too. I always send the link to our Telegram channel after the stream. There you can watch the replay and gain experience. If the stream is easy, you still gain experience. But remember, on tough days, we always earn more. That's just how it is. 30 seconds left. I am expecting a downward move, waiting for the pair to drop. You can't see the pair? Let me tell you the currency pair. It's EUR JPY. Please, if you need help, let me know. In the bot, focus on the histogram volume on the left for guidance. Previously, when I used a different trading strategy, I used it, I relied on it. Andre, tell us, how did you manage to grow your deposit so much? Actually, when I just started, I did not try to grow it quickly. Look, I am locking in a loss here. I will use a second safety net and change the currency pair. Today is a rather tough day. The market is challenging. I started trading with 100 rubles. That was 7 years ago. The currency pair is Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Let us start. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Time frame in 1. Open it up. Please open the currency pair on your end. I will use a second safety net, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. I will use a safety net here as well. I also recorded a loss. 7 years ago, I started by depositing 3,000, then 5,000, then 8,000, and lost it all because my trade size was very large and my deposit was small. I do not recommend doing it this way. Look, the currency pair is Swiss franc, Japanese yen. What are we doing here? I want to open an upward signal here. But I'll wait just a moment. I'll wait a little bit longer so that the chart finally reaches this blue level here. And then I'll open an upward trade for exactly $625. Going up now. Igor, did you get a profit on that last one? We opened the trade going down, right? Maybe you managed to do it because of the big delay in the system. So the chart has finally touched the blue level. Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, 3 minutes going up. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, CHF GPY in Russian, 3 minutes up. I was trading upwards with 100 rubles. The trade amount was 100 rubles, and I had a large deposit of 17,000 rubles because I was given advice. If you deposit small amounts and trade with large amounts, for example, you put in 3,000 and trade with 1,000 per trade. After 3 trades, you're already at a loss. I always wanted to build up my account quickly. They advised me, please save up a larger amount and trade with 100 rubles so that you feel like you're trading on a demo account. And that's how it is. On a demo account, you always need to. As a result, there was no anxiety, no worrying. I was trading with 100 rubles. I was always afraid to increase the trade amount. For a long time, I just couldn't do it. Only after a month or two did I set it to 150. But I was scared, and then I went back to 100 because I was afraid that it would all end, that my profit would disappear. That's why this is so important. Look, some people are in profit. Igor is in profit. Sergey is in profit from the previous trade. I'm really glad for you. As for us, we just locked in a loss. We were just a little unlucky. I mean, it happens sometimes. You gradually build this up over time. At first I started trading with 100 rubles, then 150, then 200, and I remember 500. And even then, I was still scared. Trading with 1,000 was really frightening for me. But eventually, I got there step by step. You earn some money, withdraw it, earn some more, withdraw again. Or maybe you deposit everything, earn, and then withdraw. But over the long run, of course, over 7 years, you can see that the numbers grow and the trader develops. Psychologically, you develop as well and you reach different numbers. Hello, everyone. Hi to all of you who just joined. Thanks to those who came in and left a like. So we make money by predicting the movement of the chart. To do this accurately, we copy the forecast from the Tron bot. There's 1 minute left, guys. We entered upward from the blue level. If we use graphical analysis here, I'll do a quick breakdown. There's an upward trend channel, then a correction upward, another correction upward, correction upward. Everyone thinks there will be a correction here, but there won't be one. The movement goes downward. The chart reaches the first strong horizontal level. Here, there's a pullback. To be absolutely sure whether there will be a pullback or not, we switch to the bot. Why was I expecting a slight downward movement according to the bot? The future chart movement showed a slight dip, you see, and then growth. The bot indicates that there will be growth toward the upper level. The second indicator, in percentage terms, also gives an upward signal, 59% up. We don't go for the 41% down because that's a relatively minor portion of the movement. The majority points upward. There are currently two distinct signals for an increase. Here, according to chart analysis, we basically did everything right. And so we did. Look, this is the second safety net. I opened with $625. As you can see, we make a net profit of $543. I'm waiting for your results. I hope you're in the plus here and that you were able to execute your trades in a timely manner. So it turns out I subtract $100 from the $543. I withdraw $250, two trades that didn't go through, and minus $250. Net profit from this trade is $193. That's what I was talking about. If a trader has a tough day, on a tough day, they always earn more than on a good day. $193 plus $125. So for now, I already have 318 bucks, 318 bucks, and so how many? There were three forecasts, three successful wins, but only one was a clean win, and the other two were with insurance. They were a little bit more complicated, but still a win. Nice job. Thank you very much. Not three plus Sergey plus. Let's see now. And what did the bot say here? The bot said to go up. Did Alexei show it or not? Sergey plus Alexei plus Ivan plus Alexei Nikolai plus Lilia Sergey Nikolai. Thank you. Oddcat. Let's take a look at Oddcat, the currency pair Oddcat. I really don't like the look of it at all. Whenever you write down a specific currency pair, it's always very interesting to see exactly what you noticed there. Most of the time, when you suggest a new currency pair, it ends up closing in a solid profit, which is very good to see. So let's follow along together. The currency pair we are looking at is the Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar. Oddcat, guys. That is the Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar. Let's take a very close look at the Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar right now. All right, let's take a look at what we have here. Now it's time for AUD-CAD. What signal do we have? The signal is to exit. Now, here, it's 50-50. I won't analyze everything, and I won't experiment. The signal there is 50-50, meaning there's no clear signal and no reason to enter. Let's look for something else. Let's check the Swiss franc to Japanese yen. We can work with that again. I'm waiting for a response. GBP AUD, GBP AUD. Let's take a look at GBP AUD. GBP AUD on the 1 minute time frame. This currency pair, guys. GBP AUD, the British pound to the Australian dollar. Igor, thank you for the currency pair. Plus plus. AUD CAD from Sergey. I didn't see it earlier. Unfortunately, you wrote it, but I still didn't see it. That's all right. I see it now. British pound to Australian dollar. The signal is correct. Up GBP AUD. Guys, urgently open the currency pair, British pound to Australian dollar. I'm changing the trade amount to $100. Upward signal. Currency pair, British pound to Australian dollar. GBP AUD. Igor, thank you very much for the currency pair. Opened. Up for an increase. Signal is up. Here we have an uptrend, an upward trend channel. Trading with the trend for the trend to continue. One low, two lows. The first touch of the level is a pullback. The second touch is also a retracement or a pullback if we look at it from a chart analysis perspective. But if we don't use chart analysis and instead launch the trading bot interface, we see what we have here. Here, the future movement of the chart is moving in an upward direction. This is an up signal indicating it will go to the upper level, not the lower one. And the second indicator is this, 53% in favor of an increase, 47% for a decrease, but that's the smaller percentage of the total. We look at the majority, two signals. We're going for an upward movement here. Let's monitor it closely and see exactly how this currency pair closes. It would be absolutely perfect if it closes in profit. Let's watch. If it closes in profit, since I already have $318 in profit, let this be the last win. the final win of the day. But if not, if it shows volatility again, or there are some significant difficulties, we'll have to see.